Hello everyone, welcome back to another P3D video. I know it's been almost half a year since my last video. For those that don't know, I am in flight school pilot training for a ATPL license. Pretty cool, I know. But I am back and found a little time to record a little bit of a video. And I've done some requests on the community page on the channel, and a lot of you guys liked the good old 1 hour length videos, and you also requested that I fly 777. So here we are, British Airways 777-200ER. I don't know if this is, have I done a 200ER video on the channel? I can't remember. As I said, it's been almost half a year since the last video. I don't know how long this aircraft's been out, but if you don't know already, we are at Orlando International, and we're flying this aircraft back to Heathrow, registration Golf Yankee Mike Sierra. We're at stand 71, getting the catering on board. Catering is now on board, according to GSX, so we can, which one is it, this one? We can close up the doors, like so. If my voice sounds a little different to the previous videos, I am using a mod mic now, which is a microphone that like sticks to your headphones, and I'm no longer using my like the normal microphone. So if the audio quality is a little bad, I apologise, but it's the best I can do. Right, let's get this aircraft powered up. This lighting at this airport is horrendous, but we shall live with it. Let's get the battery on, and then at some point, there we go, external power on. I love the green night lighting in this aircraft, it's just perfect. So yeah, ADIUs online, and then we can get the power on, so we can get the emergency exit lights to arm. Hydraulic panel we can set or leave as it is. Dome light on, don't need it though. I think that's all good. We get the nav and logo light turned on because it is night time. Or nav light because we're running the aircraft, and logo because it's night time. We get our packs on to auto, and we are good there. Cool. Obviously this is the 777, so the startup will be very loud at some point. We'll do it self-test. Let's go and get the data loaded into the EFE. That's just loading up the navigational database from our scenery so that we have the correct runway lengths for Orlando and Heathrow. Like so. Right, let's go and get some boarding going, shall we? But before we even do it, we need to find out the zero fuel weight and fuel. So 188.5 will be our zero fuel weight today. Blimey, that is heavy. 82.5% of basically passengers available, usage for this aircraft. Which gives us 193 people in economy class, the pleb class. I did not say that. 35 people in business, 15 in first class. So, you know, that is around about 243 people. So, if my math is correct, 243. Like so. People have asked me, how do you type in the amount of passengers into GSX? I'll show you just now. Let me go and get the jetway connected up. So, on your menu bar, go to Addons GSX settings, and then this setting right here, untick this, estimate passenger numbers, and that's how you can just type in the actual amount of people to go into your aircraft and out the aircraft's travel, definitely. Right, let's go to doors. Let's open up the cargo doors, and then once the jetway gets here, we will open up the second door, the second left door. Yep, that is correct. You know, no rush, jetways. I mean, to be fair, I think maybe in real life, are they slower than that? Well, definitely slower than that. Jeez. Blimey. Let's get that opened up. There we go. Alright. boarding's underway. We can ignore everything else, and I can initialize the flight on the EFB. Well, ignore everything else to do with GSX, that is. Initialize the flight on the EFB, and we can come down to the FMC here and put in some stuff. So yeah, we are 777-200. We've got the Rolls Royce today, so we've got EPR readout as our thrust indication, I guess. So yeah, the Rolls Royce Trents, and we're running the latest AIRAC 2204, which is current. We are at Orlando, so KMCO is the IKO code, which can go into there. Our gate is 71. I don't know, would it work? It does. That's awesome. And we can put our GPS position into the IRS position there. You can see it's quite early in the morning. Well, for the UK time. But I think it's about 9, something like that, here in Orlando. I don't actually know. I do apologise. 9 PM that is. Which means we'll get a nice sunrise on the cruise, which will be very nice. And then we'll arrive into Heathrow in the day, which will be good. Route request, I think I can do that. So we'll pick the right one. There you go. That'll be loaded up into the FMC. Right, did I do the fuel? I have not. So put the fuel in. Wow, that is scary. It's 66.6 tons of fuel, which is about half our tanks filled up. We've got fuel in the centre tank there. So the route can be uploaded, and then I think everything else is fine. We can leave as in terms of FS actions, so that can go to the FMC page and the legs, and that'll be uploading. There we go. So our flight number today is Speedbird 204, and our runway for departure, we can leave that empty just for now because we can fill it up in the departure arrival page. So perfect. We can accept that actually. However, I disagree with the final reserves here, or reserves. Some airlines like to put just the final reserve fuel. So final reserve 30 minutes is 2.6 tons. Some airlines like to do that plus the alternate into this little page here, which would be 7.6. Cruising altitude is flight level 350 initially. We will be stepping up to flight level 370 somewhere over the Atlantic, but for now 350. You just saw me put in the cost index of 82, and I've just put that randomly from SimBrief. Step size, we can do RVSM, the setting RVSM, so it will step us around 4350, which actually is bang on what SimBrief says, so I'll actually leave that at RVSM. I think if I set 2000, sometimes Speedbird aircraft in the PMDG like to step at 4000, so I'll just double check with 2000 in there. So the VNAV will automatically step us up. It wants us to go up to 390, so when I'm in the cruise, while I'm there, I'll check, is that really worth it due to winds? Is it better off staying at 370? SimBrief says it is, but the aircraft says we can go to 390. Depending on the winds, we might go to 390. Okay. Departure and arrival. Before we know what runway we're going to depart from, we need to know the weather. So, Addons Sky, our good friend, will tell us. Oh, 0 at 0. That's a wonderful. Obviously, I'm running real-time weather because I am on that sim. As you can see, the actual time is 09:35 Zulu. So, I mean, there isn't any VATSIM controllers on right now, so I could run past weather. But if a VATSIM controller comes on and I have to load up real live weather, the winds could change dramatically, especially in the cruise. I could like overspeed. So it's better off that I do this for the time being. I know, so temperatures will be off and whatnot, but at least I'm flying the flight in the correct time. So yeah, wind is 0 at 0. So if I bring up the chart, we can see the runways we have available to us. And while what would be better taxi-wise, it will be departing 07 right, not 17 right. But in terms of routing, 35 left would be nice. Just going to quickly double check what they did in the real world. They taxied all the way over here to 18 left. I don't like that. What we'll do, we'll depart 17 right. I think that'll just be the easiest. It's not like we're going to be using up loads of much fuel by departing. Well, Simbrief says 36 right. So 17 right. That'll take us in the Missoulu to departure, which will transition at lens. So just clear up those, like so, and add that in. So yeah, depart 17 right, Missoulu, I think, pronunciation, to departure, which will actually be VNAV, vectors, sorry, out on departure. So we depart 600 feet, we'll turn left to 176 degrees, and then it'll be vectored. But as I said, there is no ATC, so we'll probably do a direct to like Garrick or something. How do I send that? Gurk. So that'll be our departure out today. Awesome. QNH 30 decimal. That's the wrong one. 13. That's set into there. That all synced up on the displays, which is nice. So 17 right into here, and then the Missoulu 2 at lens, like so. Wonderful. That go back to the init ref page, go to the thrust limit page, and to actually know what we're going to put into there, we need to go over to the EFB and put in our performance. So copy FMC data, just dry, the wind, there isn't any. It's 19 degrees Celsius. The QNH is 30.13. Right, the BA don't do any derates, so max thrust possible, but we can actually do a select temp, so we can flex the engine down that way. Flap optimum, Pax auto, and chairs auto, and I'll calculate that. So the aircraft gives us flat 5 for departure with a select temperature of 49 degrees Celsius, which will be an EPR of 1.4. If I were to have 0, how do I put this in? Did I type into that? I swear I could type into that before. Huh. Weird. Weird. Okay. I swear you could type that in. And this, if you set max, select temp would not be assumed to be anything. But okay. 49, flat 5. So let's put that into here. It gives us a climb 1. Yeah, we got about. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Flat 5. CG can go in at 27%. Which gives us a trim of 6.25. So V speeds are 155, 158, and 170. They are matched, but I just want to quickly put in the wind, slope, and temperature into here. And then 155, 158, 170. 170 can go up into here. Should do one. We'll do a V2 plus 10. I don't know why. I started doing that now. Into the MCP, so that's 180 knots, so V2 plus 10 knots, 180, into the MCP there. And then that's on the legs page. We get the winds requested, or it's even been requested for me. We can load the winds. There we go. Execute that in. It's got the descent winds as well. We'll do that then. Fine, sure. But the actual descent transition level is roughly 6,000, or whatever ATC gives us if they're on. Right, passenger-wise, we've got about 100 left to go. Baggage is almost done. We could get the APU started. Just give it a little more time. Get the seatbelt signs turned on, because we've got the fuel on board. That's all good. Okay, the EFB. We turn it off now. Don't require it anymore. VORs can go on. Well, the VOR is already on, in a way, it's just show me. It's on my ND. Traffic. And traffic. We get the data and terrain radar. It's not a radar. Terrain map onto the ND. It's very flat here in Florida, so I wouldn't expect anything. Or in Orlando, at least. Don't know the topography around the whole of Florida. So, is there a mountain range? I have no idea. I'm not from the US, okay? How are we looking on the baggage? I just checked anyway, didn't I? Just before. It's almost done in the aft, just loading up the last one, and this will soon load up the last one. There you go. And passengers, we got... almost finished there. You know what? Let's get the APU started up, because we can get a swift pushback and get out of here. Awesome. Let's get the parking brake set. And then, you know what? Let's get ourselves onto Unicom. So 122.8. And the TCAS, well, not TCAS, the transponder to 2000. And not yet, but we'll set the on pushback TCAS to XPNDR, which basically means actually I don't know what it means, but basically ATC can see us, but we won't annoy other aircraft essentially, which is pretty cool. Right, so flight director on, and we will set the runway heading for 17 right, which is 185, like so. And we'll set the initial climb to, let's say, 7,000. That's the last restriction, sorry, on the departure, so we'll do that. Awesome. Awesome. I keep saying awesome. I know it's going to trigger some people, but I can't help it. There's certain words that I think I say at least 100 times in a video. I need to get out of that habit. Right, so baggage is done. We can close up the cargo doors. And APU, I think, is it started up? It has indeed, so we get the external power turned off. Perfect. And we can disconnect it. I keep forgetting there's a bug or something. The air conditioning unit keeps saying arriving. I don't know why. But the thing will disconnect when we remove the chocks anyway. I'll do that once the jetway's gone. So APU is on and running. Hydraulics we can leave as for now. Actually no, we need to get these ones into auto. I think they do the parking brake. So GSX won't be moaning about that. And yeah, just waiting on the passengers, and then we can be good to go. I'm fairly certain. I may not have made a video in the last 6 months, but I have flown, so I don't think I've forgotten anything. You know, there are checklists, and the one thing I did forget, what's the checklist? Right, oxygen test. That's good. That is also good. Flight instruments, reading a heading of 308, 308, and on the standby, that's like 307.5. That's all good. Altimeter, we 3013, 110 feet. 3013, 110 feet. 3013, 110 feet. Perfect. Flight deck door is closed and locked. It's not even modelled, so it's never opening. So quickly close that door for GSX. MCP, we set that up. So we got a V2 180 heading a 185, and our initial climb clearance we've given ourselves at 7,000. Takeoff speeds is 155, rotating at 158, and our V2 is 170. Big difference between a rotating and V2 there. Yeah, interesting. CDP flight checklist complete. Trim, We will be setting 6.25, but for now it's whatever it is at 4. Yeah. And our taxi ticket briefing, we kind of went through that, so that's all good. Beacon light can go on, and that's all good. So before taxi, checklist is next up. Let's go and request our pushback, and that will get rid of the jetway, right? Yes. So we can arm all the doors, remove the chocks, and there is something I forgot. There's data link in this aircraft, so we'll put this all up. Annoyingly, if you have to restart your sim or the sim crashes or whatever reason to restart your sim, this just completely resets. It's really annoying. Well, actually, we'll plan to depart on the hour. Estimated time en route. I don't think I told you guys, but it was 8 hours and 35 minutes. So that can go into like so. And we're flying BA. We can connect that up, and there we are. Awesome. Just waiting on GSX. And we can push. That's right. Start the block time. Move the parking brake. Fuel pumps. All the hydraulics now. Start number 2. Awesome. I said it. Don't say awesome, Hugo. And we can actually put the transponder on there. And there's the wonderful Rolls Royces starting up. Finally getting away from this horrible terminal lighting. And in fact, we'll have to get our floodlights turned on, because we won't want to take off with the dome light on. So we'll get these on. Nice and dim. Don't need anything stupidly bright. Perfecto. You know what? I've just realised I think the sim audio is down, but turn up a I'll turn up a tad. For me, it'll be turned down for you guys, so you can actually hear my voice. But you kind of want to hear the engines too, don't you? Okay, that'll do. Alright, the start switch turned off, so we can set up number 1. And there we have it, the OUI, I like to call it, is up and running. So we can see our block time so far is 1 minute. You can see we're out on 1:54. Out of the gate, that means. So we've got out, off, on, in. So when you're out the gate, when you're off the ground, when you're on the ground, and when you're in the gate, these are your times. So it can measure your block time and then your flight time, which will then be sent to your airline, I guess. I don't know where we're going, because that's like no taxiway marking. Well, there's no lighting, so I can see the taxiway markings. It's a bit scary at the moment on where we're heading. Let's light up the sky. We can't. It's just off. GSX is going to stop now because I'm kind of a little worried about what's happening. What is going on? GSX memes. GSX memes. Come on, man. Okay, parking brake set. Okay, we'll ignore that we've just been pushed onto the grass. Anti-ice, not required. Recall, just the TCAS. Warning, which will be on momentarily. RTO. We'll do our flight control check. Okay, we've got full movement on the left and full movement on the right. Elevator down, elevator up. Full movement there. Rudder full left and rudder full right. Oh, wonderful. We've got full movement everywhere. So, trim. Set to 6.25, which is here. And then we set our flap to flap 5. Go back to the checklist, and flight controls have been checked. Wait for the ground equipment to clear off, and we'll get going. What's it doing? Right, here it is. Oh, well, that's a lot darker than I thought. Let's turn this up a little bit more. Perfect. I hope it looks all okay on your screen. On the output of OBS, I hope I haven't picked it too low of a bit rate. You just saw me arm LNAV VNAV. To be fair, like, I don't want LNAV initially, so I'll put that off, but we'll keep VNAV on, because I want to go heading, what was it, 176 after departure. Alright, GSX is good, have a good trip, so ground equipment is clearing off, so we can clear that off, and then the before takeoff, that's good as well. Okay, tax light on, get out of my way. GSX, I need to get to the runway. We'll take a right. Technically we could turn left, but that's too tight. So let's get out of here. GSX will get out of here too. Yes, run away, run away. How much power do we need to get this aircraft moving? Blimey. Love the sounds on this aircraft. Okie dokie. APU. Go off now. Do not want to forget to... Oh, where is the taxi dying? It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. Blimey. I mean, we're heading in the rough direction. So this is Hotel 3. We're coming out. Yeah. And that'll be left on Golf, but we want to skip Golf. We'll take a left down Hotel, which will take us to the runway for a full-length departure. Okay, left turn here. And then, I don't know, well, a couple hundred meters. About like 500 meters or so to the runway. Yeah, that's horrible lining up, but it'll do. Not real world pilot just yet. Did I park at Delta? I just realised I've parked at like Delta stands or whatever. Don't know where BA park at Orlando. On flight radar, the tracking just ends just before it gets to the gate. So, I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know where they park. I probably could just look up on Google or whatever. See what terminal. Oh, there's only one terminal, isn't there? The North Terminal. But I don't know what they call it, airside or satellites that they go to at this airport. Right, let's get the little ding dong, meaning cabin is ready. So that's good. Carolina lights turned on. Tax light off, strobe light on. And then weather radar can go on. TARA for the TCAS. And we'll line ourselves up. And if I done everything correctly, we will not get a takeoff warning. He says with great confidence. Right, runway 17 right, verified. Trying to line ourselves up properly here. Ish. Not really well. That will do. We can line ourselves up later on. Right, start the flight timer. Set around 50% N1. Alright, stable, Toga. Looking for 1.4 in APR. That has been reached. First set, and speed alive. And there's 80 knots. Hello. Darn PMDG. We are not going to abort the takeoff. Stupid PMDG bug. Okay, it's all good. V1 rotates. I think the initial rotate was a little aggressive there. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Yeah, when thrust goes into hold mode, for some reason PMDG sometimes just decides to die. No idea why. Right, 176 on the heading. Do that left turn. Look at that night lighting. That is gorgeous. And the stars in the sky and everything. It's amazing. Oh yeah. Right, let's climb first. And we'll whack on the autopilot. Because it's our friend. Cheeky wing views. Look at that, that's awesome. That night lighting is awesome. And like I said, we'll make our direct to Gurk. The nav on for that. Zoom out on these displays. Flat one. And flap up. Let's redirect this heading bug to a rough estimation there. You know what, climb 1 is pretty underpowered. Like EPR 1.2, N1's about 87. Oh well. Alright. Just leveling up now. Or leveling out even. And we can begin the a good rate of climb now. That's awesome. Right, if you quickly look down here at the progress page, you saw me put we're looking about 8.4 tons of fuel on arrival, and about 8 hours time we should be on the ground, so that's pretty good. If that's the case, 8 hours on the ground, or 8:15ish, we're ahead of schedule, which is perfect. Really good. But the winds are due to change, so who knows. That's passing 5,000. You know, as always in the US, we transition altitude. But everywhere in the US, United States of America, 18,000 feet is transition altitude. So we'll set standard then. And we get the checklist here. After takeoff checklist is complete, so that can clear off. Set the heading bug to back where it should be, and we're good. We're in the air, we're climbing out. Nothing dramatic has happened. Well, actually, the thrust, but it is what it is. Let's set this up to cruise altitude because, well, there's no ATC, no restrictions, all the way up to 350. There's no restrictions in the no restrictions on the departure. That's all good. I think we'll do some cinematics as well in the cruise, just like always. I don't know. I think I've still got my wonderful dreamy music, so have a look for that. And I'm not going to send you off just yet. We'll keep climbing up. You know, it's quite hard to do some commentary when there's no ATC. Just climbing. There's literally nothing to do. If there's no ATC, there's no keep stepping up the altitude. There's no vectors. There's no handoffs to the next controller or whatever. So I'll send you off at 10k, which will be the lights off. I think if you want, where would it be? Init ref? Yeah. You can set climb. For anyone who's flying this aircraft and think, climb 1 was a bad choice, we're climbing really slowly, you can always go into init ref and then thrust limit. And you can set climb 1, climb 2, or even you can set go around thrust, or continuous thrust, or cruise thrust. So any of those will do. Pretty cool. Up to the progress page. And also, anyone's flying across the pond or anything to do with position reports that aren't doing it like via the text, it's really cool. On the progress page, you've got POS report, so it literally has everything for you. So you can say you passed this position at this time, at this altitude, your next waypoint is this, and you will pass it then, and thereafter this will be your waypoint. So that's pretty cool. And then you can report. Wait, what? That is so cool. I don't know how that worked, but I don't know what's going on now. Sent report. Imagine that sent to the VATSIM. That would be so cool. You got position ref as well, so you can see the F&C position, which is the we're way past 10,000. No, we're not. Just gone past things. Let's get the lights off. There we go. I found something to talk about. So you've got the F&C position, which apparently is running off GPS right now. Apparently it's finding just GPS, or it's saying GPS is the best. Either way, this is the way the FMC is determining your position. So it's finding an average. It looks like it's finding the oh no, it is finding an average. GPS, the IRS, and the radios, which will be DMEs, VORs, and stuff like that, which are the least accurate. But yeah, I don't know what this is actual. So apparently, according to this, if this means actual deviation, does that mean the radios is more accurate than GPS? And IRS is 1.2 knot? I have no idea. That's the case. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, back to the progress page. Alright. We are at 320 knots now, so we're climbing at our climb speed. And actually the aircraft's gone into climb now, at climb 1, because we've now gone past 10k, so it's like, yeah, we need the power now to climb at this speed. It's good. Right, so there we have it. We're out on our way back to Heathrow. I hope you guys have enjoyed the return to the videos. I'll catch you on the arrival. Enjoy the cinematics, and bye bye. See you soon. Hello everyone, welcome back to the flight, and as you can see we are now in the descent, just past flight level 280. We're just about to enter the star, which is the Opmet 1 hotel, if I'm correct, yep, which will transition from Ockham for the ILS 09 left arrival into Heathrow. Tower, or ATC tower, in Vatsim was on. They seem to have logged off, which is a shame. And there's London North online, which don't cover Heathrow, even though it's called London North. Whatever. So we're on Unicom, just following this star, I guess now. And because there's no controllers on, in a way, we can skip some of the approach procedures for the star. Like pretending ATC's online, I guess you could say. Like vectoring ourselves, but I don't honestly know what's the best procedure to go for. Just going to show you the arrival though. Go to plan mode, zoom into 14 nautical miles here, and just follow through the legs here. This is the Opmet 1 hotel, which goes to Ockham. And then Ockham, you basically do almost a 180, like a 110 degree left turn, to then establish ourselves into the approach for 09 left. In a way, I guess we could, whatever waypoint's back here, Hazel, maybe? Hazel, we could go direct to like one of these waypoints, like GWC35, whatever that means. Like this. There is a flight level restriction at Hazel, which is 130 and 27 nautical miles to descend down to 3,500 or above, which I think, yeah, I think that's possible. I mean, if you could put it in, the aircraft will tell us if it's not. But I think it's possible. You get some speed brakes out, it's possible. Then we have to do all this rubbish. We'll put that in then. I mean, if ATC log on, we'll just re-enter in the data for the approach. It's not like it's lost forever. As you can see, nice daytime. In the sim, it's about the morning. Yeah, it's 11:15 in the sim. But in real life, it's 7:11. Not the shop 7:11, but anyway. Yeah, 7:11 PM. So the weather is going to be no off, but at least it's still daylight in a way. Might be starting to cool down a little, but it's not completely opposite. It's not like it's burning hot at night time. Anyway, let's set this MCP out to let's go Hazel 130, or flight level 130, restriction at Hazel, and then we'll go on from there. You can see our T-gas has picked up some aircraft around us. Zoom in here. So they're climbing. It seems to be passing through our track, and they're climbing, which is pretty bad because we're descending. But I think we're going to pass through our track before we reach them. Don't think I can make a visual contact with them. Doesn't look like it. Can't see an aircraft. Yeah, I think they're going to be passing through our track before we reach them, which is good, very good. Can't see them though. Quite far ahead, I guess. I was looking too far down. What am I doing? What are you? Squeezy jet. Nice. Set the setting bug to the correct position. 089, 090. Somewhere in between. I got the seatbelt signs set on. Did I say that already? And then the logo light needs to go off. I just realised that. Oh, wow. There it goes. Yeah. Logo light does not need to be on in the day. I think plenty of people can see the tail. Plenty of people can see that we're flying the wonderful BA, British Airways. Let's go to the EFB, and we'll go and just do a simple calculation. Basically, can we land or not? So 0 on the left is dry. It's the winds are 050 8 knots. The outside air temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, and the QNH is 1022, which in fact will put that in the standby, like so. And reversers, no credit, but we'll be using them. Flap 30, air conditioning also, anti-ice will be off. What? It will be on auto, and sorry, auto brake will be, well, we're landing 0 down the left, and basically at the touchdown zone is where we want to park. So we'll probably use more than auto brake 1, but like I said, can we stop with the minimum stuff? So in theory the answer should be yes, which I'm expecting it to be, but we'll just double check that. Let's get the weights from the aircraft. Just double check. We can easily land with auto brake 1. Perfect. So we'll probably be doing auto brake 2 or something with minimum reverse or something like that. So it's not too harsh on the braking, but in theory it'll get us off the runway earlier and give us a shorter taxi to our stand, which is at T5. I don't know what stand we'll be going to. It would have been nice if ATC was logged on and then they could have given us a stand, but I have to search it for myself. Outrageous. We'll probably park at like one of the satellites at T5. I don't think 777s park, or very rarely park at the main T5, Terminal 5A, as you can see here. We're probably parking at one of these satellites. Like I said, I don't know what I want to do yet, but for an even shorter taxi, we can go to the Terminal 5 Charlie satellite, and we can go like 564 or whatever. But I think these might be 380 stands. I might be wrong. Like these up here, we could go down to one of these southern ones, 566 or something like that. Will be good enough for me. So actually, let's go while we're here on the charts. You see our arrival here. Heathrow, Hazel, flight level 130. So we're not going to follow these next two waypoints. We're going to go direct to somewhere around here or something. Probably be passing over Farnborough. I don't know how direct it is. But we'll be going to the RLS, zone on the left. Typical 3 degrees glide slope. We're doing a Cat 1 approach. For all aircraft, the decision altitude is 279 feet and the height is 200 feet. Which is standard. That's good. Yeah, there's nothing crazy. It's a typical Heathrow approach. But do need to remember, if we are going to have to do a go around, we will not continue runway heading. We will. Oh no, that says completely different to what this says. Climb straight ahead when passing 1,580 feet. Or 0 miles. Basically, if you're going around right here, I think you do the left-hand turn, which will be on a heading of 036 degrees to 3,000 feet. If we need to do a go around, we'll do that to come back around, like so. Like I said, nothing special about this approach. It's Heathrow, very simple, which makes sense because why would you have a complicated approach at a stupidly busy airport? The pilot will be able to land. Alright. Any ATC logged on? By any chance? Oh, okay. Right, we're approaching Hazel, 10 miles away. What we'll do is set this heading bug over 2033, and we'll set the MCP out to 3,000 feet here, like so. Just got some Unicom traffic going along, but we got someone's coming in for the arrival. That was about like 10 minutes ago. Okay, seems to be okay. Yeah, you might have seen the cinematics if I've put it into the video, We had a bit of a bumpy cruise at a stage. Literally when I was recording the cinematics, the cruise started to get a bit bumpy. But other than that, it's been a smooth cruise. Smooth 8 hours. 8 hours, blimey. Can't believe it. You can get like 4 EasyJet flights than that. Easy. Wow. Okay. Just about to turn left. I can't remember what these green dots mean. I think one of them is slow down. And the next one is the restriction at 10,000 feet, I think. So slow down for 250 knots when you pass 10,000, and the other one is when you're passing 10,000. I think that's what these green dots mean. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out what happens when we pass them. I'm not a 777 type rated pilot, so how should I know? Let's find out. Can't be slow down for 10,000 feet. Ah, wow. Let's bring out the speed brake. You know, I wasn't for. Oh, I can't bring out the speed brake because I forgot to turn something back on. Let's do that. Perfecto. Now speed brake works. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, with the speed brake out, aircraft's happy with where we're going to be looking for the 3,000 feet mark. Yeah, if you didn't know, this green arc is basically where the aircraft thinks. Yes, the first green dot was deceleration. Yeah, that green arc basically is where the aircraft thinks it will reach 3,000 at the current speed and vertical speed. So it's pretty cool to see where you might end up. Just with a rough guide, I guess. Pretty cool. I did say I was going to be using Orbx 2, so let's get that just set in there. And let's bring up the checklist. Keep forgetting, we have that in this aircraft, so we cool. Check nothing. Notes we checked. Orbx 2. Oh yes, of course. We'll be doing flap 30 on VREF. Landing speed will be 133, and we've got our minimums. We haven't set the minimums. I went through them, didn't actually set them. What was I thinking? It was 279. That'll be on the barrow. So let's go and set that. 279. And approach briefing is complete. Altimeter is not yet set, so we'll leave that like so. Like I said, we'll keep the full speed brake out. Get the aircraft descending as fast as possible. I don't get what's up with prepared shadows. Prepared shadows are very interesting. Like, why is there a bit of light there? Is there a better example here? Yeah, kind of. Like, what? So confused. Okay, we are catching up with the VNAV, which is good. So once we're back on that, we can start releasing the speed brake. The aircraft gets back on track. Not too much speed brake release. This aircraft's confusing itself. Come on. I need to give myself some space to decelerate though for the final approach, so I need to keep an eye out for that. Right, let's get these landing lights on. Perfect. Okie dokie, I think we're good there. Hopefully with the speed brake. He says, maybe. The VNAV's not really accounting in for a good deceleration stage. So I'll definitely bring out the speed brake, I don't know, 5 miles before we turn. Get ourselves down to 180 knots, 200 knots, 190 knots, somewhere around that mark will do. And the cabin are ready for the approach. Let's go and set standard, not standard, oh, QNH, which actually brought us right up. So, speed brake out, and we'll complete that checklist. Cool. We're in the clouds. Nice. That's what I like. Immersion. Okay. We set manual speed here. And let the aircraft just idle basically. Let's see how far we go down. Let's set 190. Bit of lag spike. Airport loading in. Oh, I think that's it there. Yep, airfield in sight. Perfecto. What we'll do, we'll not follow the LNAV, we'll go ahead and hold here. And essentially we'll arm the localizer. So we'll just follow the straight line. As soon as the aircraft gets the localizer, right hand turn. In a way, it gives us more space to slow down, which is good. Reduce a bit more speed brake. Cool. That looks just about right. There's an aircraft taking off 09 right, which is awesome. Don't know if I can see them. Yeah, I can just about see an aircraft moving over there. That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to need to keep out the speed brake. We're not slowing down at all. We get flat one out though. As we slow down. Let's just bring it all the way out. Let's get us down. Let's get ourselves down to 180 knots. Let's try and get ourselves stable with speed. Otherwise, we'll be chasing it all the time, all the way down, which would be annoying. Right, flat 5. Perfect. Right, speed brake retracted and armed. Why are you holding the altitude? It's following the VNAV, that's why. Let's go flight level change. And actually, we'll arm the approach. Oh, no, we can't do that. Do that. There we go. Now we can hit the approach. Perfect. Right, let's line ourselves up to 0 on the left. We might overshoot it a little bit, but that's okay. We've got 11 miles to go. Just love these types of approaches in the sim, because your FPS dies. The whole airport's in rendering view, and so is the city, which basically the sim does not like it. Autogens is loading in, that's nice. Got a little bit of a crab on us. Nice, that's good. Well, not really, but interesting, I guess you could say. We'll follow, well, I was going to say 180, but we're kind of like following around 190 at the moment. That's what set the aircraft. Radio altimeter. Not amazing at holding its speed. Gets us speed brake out. We're down to 170. We'll release the speed brake once we hit 2000. Don't know if the PVD would work for landing. That'd be pretty cool. Have it on. See what happens.
Gatwick traffic, Fox 381 Papa turning right base, runway 8 right.
Flat 15, go gear down, passing 2000. Spoiler arm. Let's bring up the checklist so we don't forget everything. Okay, speed brake arm, auto brake 2, flat 15. I don't know what Serial's doing.
P3Dv5.3 taxi runway 09 right, yeah.
And let's reduce our speed down to 138.
Heathrow Airport.
Is it going to slow down? It is.
Heathrow traffic, Center 85, taxi to
Right.
holding point 09 right from stand 551.
Let's tell the people we're landing. Heathrow traffic, speedbird 204, landing 09 on the left. Heathrow traffic. And let's bring out the flaps before we realise we're going to stall. Alright. Once the flaps are out, complete the checklist and we'll put this onto a manual approach. Right, land checklist complete. My aircraft. Oh, ballooning a little bit. Let's pitch the nose down, let's get ourselves back on that glide slope. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Lag spike.
50 above.
Blimey, that was loud.
Decide.
We're landing. Ah, floated it. Well, PPD works. There you go. Reverses. That's the nose gear. Yeah, we're not really vacating early with that float. Let's keep the centre line.
This is P3Dv5.3.
And the PPD doesn't want to. Okay, okay.
P3Dv5.3 holding short of runway 09 right.
Reverses in. When you're braking. Flight time 8 hours and 34 minutes.
Need for traffic, Center 85, also holding short steer on
Vacate right.
at
With the radar off. TCAS to standby. And the lights off. Text light on. Strobe light off. APU. Spoilers in. Flaps up. You see the barrow. Make sure there's no one there. Good. Reset it. There we go. And I think we got this one. Let's take a right up here. Let's break and go to the off position. I think that was a good landing. I don't know. I mean, in terms of smoothness, but float. It's almost good, but pull back a little too much. Which in a way is annoying, but it is what it is. Right, let's get ourselves a stand number. I think I said 566 or so. Let's say 566, yeah. Oh, no, I need to do this. Gate 566. Blimey, there's so many stands. Oh my gosh. One jetway. Oh well. Sorry guys, slow deboarding.
Traffic, this is P3Dv5.3. You taking off from runway 09.
Let's get ourselves moving a bit more.
Right.
Right, flaps are up, APU's now running. And we'll shut up the RDS. I'll turn off the flight director. Alright. So we'll just carry up down here, follow this until we see a sign saying Delta on the left, which is that one, and we'll take that. Delta taxiway, 2 hour stand.
On right after the departing traffic.
Let's just do a nice smooth way onto this next taxiway. Just don't have to slow down as much. Like so. I think we cleared the grass. Yeah. Okay, slow ourselves down. That's our stand over there with the jetway. Around we go. Get some power back up again to get us moving. Hopefully the animated traffic does not crash into our plane. Very low res textures.
And for traffic, 185 taking off on runway 0 on right.
And we'll make our way in. Got the nice SOD VDGS system up and running, so we actually park our aircraft where we want it to be, on the mark. Other than that stupid GSX version. SAS taking off, nice. Right, lights off. We'll make our way in. Ah, that was horrible. Let's fix that alignment up. Let's cheat a little, shall we? Oh yes. To be fair, that kind of helps us. Not bad. There we go. Perfect. We'll just use our idle thrust to slowly bring us ourselves in. Yeah, this is really slow. I don't understand why the shadows are just so wrong in this sim. It's so annoying. Okay, almost coming to the stop. And there we are. Oh, there we go. Engines. Good night. Super signs off. Just want to see anyone below 10%. I don't know what the actual rating is, but I'm gonna go with 10% is something, right? Beacon light off. And as you can see, SOD is a winner. Right on the mark. Hell yeah. Right, let's request deboarding. Door to the 2 left point, because the first class people do not want economy walking past them. F sections is disarm the doors, open up the cargo doors, wait for the jetway to get to the other door, and we can open up that door. Block time can stop. In fact, we get the accurate times over here on the UI status. Yeah, flight time was 8 hours and 33 minutes, and block time was 8 hours and 48. Right, that's some good money right there. Right. I think we're good with the doors. Yep. Let's open it up. And I need to go to set wheel chocks, request ground power, and release the parking brake. And the hydraulics can go off now. External power on. AP off. Would it bring the air conditioning unit? I don't know. But it would be nice if it did. GSX, hint hint, maybe. There's something PMDG vehicle wise. What's that? Is that a PMDG vehicle? Just drove through a building, surely. Why did it go? Oh! That must have been the one that I've delivered the ground power. Oh, what the? It's invisible? Oh, no, it's spawned. What are you? Are you ground power unit, or are you... it looks like air conditioning. I think that's a bug. PMDG. What? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the return of the full flight videos. Don't know where the next one will be. Couple weeks maybe. My week off after my exams. But I'm going to Dubai, so we'll see if I've got enough time to do that before my before I start learning some more dreadful ATPL theory. So, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever that'll be. Hope you enjoyed the return. I'll catch you all later. Bye bye for now.